What's going on, everybody? So I'm sure you all have encountered this problem before. You got out to use your pressure washer and the pull cord's broke, or your pull cord's hanging way out of it like this, and when you pull it, it's not winding up. So that can be a huge issue with a pull start pressure washer. So today I'm gonna make it super simple, super easy, break it down for you, how to change out the pull cord so you can keep working and keep making money. So first thing you're going to want to do is take off your pull cord. I've obviously already got this one taken off, but it's a 10 millimeter socket on this one, and this is for a GX 390, and that's a 5-gallon per minute machine, but there's 3 bolts. You take them out, and this pops right off. So depending on whether your cord is hanging out already, or most of the time when they break, they'll be inside of this spool right here. So the first thing you're going to want to do is pull out your knot right here, this tied on the back of this spool. And I've already cut this knot off, as you can see, but you just want to take that knot off, and that's so you can actually pull the cord out. So pull it until it pulls all the way out. So now I got the cord in my hand. There's no cord in the pull cord. So you want to take your pull cord, and what I like to do is I just stick my finger in it right here, and you turn it counterclockwise to the left, and you'll feel tension building up in the spring. And this one's pretty old, so the spring's kind of worn out, and that's kind of why we're having some problems with it. But normally I think you want to go about 4 to 5 times until you feel it yeah, you don't really want to go that tight. Ours is slipping a little bit, so if you go that tight, that's probably about good. You don't want to keep going no farther than that. But once you get it to this point, so now I've got the spring tight, so you're going to need a screwdriver. Flathead screwdriver. So what you want to do is stick it through the black plastic spool and through the metal casing, and what that does is holds it so you can let go of it. So next thing you're going to want to do is find your hole on the spool. So as you can see right there, you can see that hole right there. That's where the pull cord comes through at, and you tie a knot right there, and that's what keeps the pull cord from pulling out when you're pulling on it. So now that we got our spring held, we're gonna have to pull the screwdriver back out and get this hole lined up with the hole on this casing that the pull cord goes through. So we're gonna turn this back around, and if you take a look now, we have got the hole right there aligned with the hole on the top of the black spool. So once you get it to that point, you're going to want to put your screwdriver back through the holes and let it hold it. So I'll pull y'all up here so you can see. So now that we have it through there, we want to take our line, and this is the broken cord, so we're not going to put this one back on it because it's too short. So we're going to take a new piece of rope right here, and you're going to need a cigarette lighter to burn the end of it so it'll go through the hole, because right now it's all frayed up. So we're just going to burn that off real quick. All right, so now it should fit right through the end of this hole. So we're gonna spin this around here and go ahead, push it through there. Make sure y'all can see. So we're going straight into there. All right, and what I like to do is once the string is through the hole on the casing, I'll just take my something small and skinny, like this is just a tire repair tool, but I'll just take it and pull that line out from under that spool like that. And what I'll actually do is I'll pull it over here in front of these holes on the side, and then I'll put it back down into the spool. And I'll show y'all why I'm doing that in just a second once we get it pushed back down in there. All right, so I got it all pushed down in there. So I'm gonna hold the spool and take the screwdriver out. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line the hole inside of the spool up with this notch right here on the side. And I'm gonna put my screwdriver back through there. All right, and at this point, you can pull your rope until it's lined up with the front of the hole on the spool. And we're gonna take this tire tool right here, and a little pick will work as well, but you just go through the side right here, and we're gonna push it through that hole like that. All right, so now we got our string pulled through our casing and our black spool. So the next thing you're gonna wanna do is just tie 3 overhand knots. Just 3 simple overhand knots. And I've tried 2, and 2 will come out. So trust me on that, go with 3. But tie 3, so I got 1 there. And we're just gonna tie a couple more. And if you find yourself running short on string, just pull a little more through. That's all you gotta do. And then you could tie one below it. Below the other 2. But the thing is, when you pull them tight, you wanna make sure that the knots are all together. Like that. You wanna make one big knot so it doesn't slip back through that hole. So you pull your rope back down until the rope knot is tight against the back of the spool, and you want to make sure that you don't have too much excess hanging off, that it's getting in the front of your thing up here. All right, so the next thing you want to do, hold the spool and pull whatever you've got holding the spool in place out, and then slowly let the spool wind itself up, because if I let off of it, it's spinning itself in. So slowly make sure that it winds up on there. And the thing is, if it starts getting loose, that's enough line. You don't want to put more line on there than the spool has tension, because then you're going to be dealing with it hanging off. So that looks like that's about as far as we want to go on this one. So what you could do is stop it where it's still got a little tension on it. Put your thing in there that's holding it. And then we're gonna take our handle here. It's still got the old rope. All right, so now that it's tight as we need it, you could take your handle, and we just got a little makeshift handle here because we have lost like 3 handles. I don't know how we keep losing handles, but I think this is a handle off of the toolbox, but you gotta do what you gotta do to make it work. So what you wanna do is come on down to the base of where this rope meets that cage. And then go ahead and tie you a couple knots on it right there. Make sure you tie it in the center. Most handles are gonna have a hole at the top that you push it through, and you tie a knot just like we did here on the handle so it doesn't pull back through the hole. And I also recommend tying 3 knots on the handle as well, because it will come off. So we got 2, getting 1 more. All right, so once you get the handle on there, you can pull your device that's holding the spool out, and then you can pull it and let go of it, and it pulls up nice. Perfect. I hope somebody can find some value in this. I appreciate y'all tagging along while I fix the pull cord. I figured I might as well share it with somebody else, and I could share it with our guys. So hope this helps y'all. I know this is something that us as pressure washing guys, we have to deal with a lot. So pretty simple, easy little way to fix it for you. So that should do us for a little while. Catch y'all later.